This episode of Spectre Sound Studios is brought to you by DistroKid. Hey everybody, welcome to SMG Viewers Comments number 89. Can't believe we're this far in. Anyway, it's Friday, let's get started.
So, how many people complaining about the bass being made in China are doing so from their made in China iPhones?
Yeah, that's a great point. You know what? I don't think it stops there either. I wonder how many complaints were being typed out on made in China keyboards that were sitting on made in China desks by people wearing hats that say, "Make America Great Again," that were made in China. Truth of the matter is, yes, a lot of Chinese goods are crap. But I'm extremely impressed with the quality of the Dingwall bass, even though, yes, it was Canadian and American parts that are sourced but assembled in China. You know why? Because it didn't get the Dingwall in a dollar store.
Sounds amazing, Glenn. I will be sure to tell my bass player about the Dingwall just so he can tell me it's not worth the money. Just like that new set of strings.
Yeah, that's the one problem with, making amazing bass guitars. It's like you can build the best instrument in the world, but the bass player is always going to be too cheap to spend money on it.
Glenn, have you already demoed the Yamaha subkick on bass drum? Can you use that on a live stage situation? Just curious.
Yes, on both counts. Yes, it's in my How to Record Heavy Drums series. And yes, you probably could use it in a live drum situation. Why not? It works just like any other microphone. Good idea, actually. You should really try it out.
Good day, Glenn. What are your thoughts on acrylic drum kits? Greetings from the Philippines.
Acrylic drum kits have been around for a long time. I know Bonham used to play them live. I'm not sure if he used them in the studio or not, though. Maybe a couple of the viewers can clue us in on that, because that's a question worth investigating. As far as acrylic drums in the studio, in my own experience, I have had an acrylic pork pie snare come in, and it was pretty fucking cool. That's something I think I want to investigate further. If I can get my hands on an acrylic kit, I'd love to demo one in the studio at some point.
Arguing against YouTube comments is about as productive as trying to plow a field with a battle cruiser.
No, it's not. And now a word from Casper Jensen.
Me watching this series. Video 1, kind of funny, haha. Video 2, this bad attitude is kind of going both ways. Video 3, yeah, this Glenn guy is kind of the engineer to avoid.
About that.
Vehement applauding from a disgruntled and abused drummer who suffers from overproduction, resampling, overdubbing, whatever the fuck it is they do nowadays to make me sound like a generic, emotionless piece of shit. Bring back the drummer.
Hey, Casper. I don't know, maybe try not whining about mean videos online. You might just learn something.
It's so refreshing to hear a more natural mix after spending the last few years cringing at all the overprocessed and sampled drum tracks I've come across these days. Plus, the drummer is tight, has good control over his sound, and obviously put the work in before coming in the studio. Nice work. Now, I have to admit, though, those cymbals are way too high for comfort. Might work okay for taller guys, but for not someone short like me. I mean, I could still play it, but I would hate every second.
Hey man, Frodo, good job on getting back from Mordor. Tell you what, in a situation like that, what I'd say is maybe drop down the rest of the kit to compensate or get you a booster chair. You guys must save a fortune on shoes, by the way.
Just started getting into this channel and I really dig it. I actually had friends who were in a band that was signed to We Are Triumphant, give and take. I heard stories about how this label screwed over so many of their own artists. They have a bad rep, and over time they lost a lot of their following.
Not sure who you're getting at there, the band or the label. Now, I'm not going to talk shit about We Are Triumphant's business practices aside from the fact of them reposting YouTube creators' content without authorization. That's a scumbag move. I think we pretty much got that under control at this point, and Facebook has implemented copyright control services, which is great. I can't say anything more about We Are Triumphant. I mean, that would be really unfair to them. I'll let you guys discuss that amongst yourselves. I mean, like I said, I haven't had any more dealings with them outside of that. That being said, when it comes to signing with any label, proceed with caution and get a lawyer. Okay, everybody, this episode is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is the service that gets your music out to multiple online retailers and saves you the hassle. They'll put your songs up on the majors like iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify, sometimes even within hours of uploading, plus over 150 smaller online music retailers as well. This works for bands, solo artists, and original songs, and even cover songs. DistroKid will get your music out there and get you the license you need for those covers. In fact, it's what I use for my own personal projects. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually making money off my music, no record label required. It only costs $20 a year and you keep 100% of your earnings. If you follow the link in the description below, you can get a 7% discount on your yearly membership. Check it out at distrokid.com/VIP/Spectre. Now back to the show.
Just a question which I'd hope will be good enough for the next viewer's comment.
Congratulations, you made it.
I'm running for president for my university's rock society, and I'm contemplating getting gear to avoid the hassle of arguing with bands over who brings what. What would you recommend as great value gear? I'm a shitty guitarist myself, and my dad brought me up to be a purist. Fuck digital. But I have no idea what to get with regards to bass and drums. Greeting from Lincoln, UK.
I'm not from the UK, so I have no idea what a university rock society is. I'm guessing this is an organization that puts on rock shows. Yeah, what do you say? And I quote here. I'm getting gear to avoid the hassle of arguing with bands over who brings what. Yeah, good luck with that. Guitar players are very particular about their sound, especially if nobody knows who the hell they are. They're going to insist on their sound even more. That being said, maybe have some kind of backline for a bass amp to get bands in. If you're gonna get something half decent quality anyway, like some of the Mark bass stuff or Trace Elliott is great for bass amps. Maybe a kit everybody can agree on, and I mean just a basic piece like kick drum, three toms and a snare perhaps, if that. Maybe cymbal stands, but have the drummers bring their own snare and their own cymbals, and their own pedals as well, the breakables, as in other words. Most drummers, when you're doing shows with multiple bands, are already used to this sort of thing anyway. They're used to bringing their snare, they're used to bringing their cymbals. Sometimes they even remember to bring their own drumsticks too. That's a big plus. But when it comes to guitar amps, you might want to supply a cabinet and have everybody bring their own head. That might work as well. Good luck with that. You know what? Why don't you contact me on my Facebook page? We'll discuss that a little bit further, because I'm very curious to see what this rock society is all about.
Hey Glenn, I relatively recently saw Rob Chapman's Kemper vs. Valve blindfold test the other day, and I thought, why haven't you brought or briefly reviewed the Kemper already? It surely seems to be a very practical choice. By the way, the new Line 6 1500 watt amp looks promising too. Line 6 still sucks because of the spiders.
In fact, I have reviewed the Kemper. It's called Kemper versus the Real Deal. I do a blind test for you guys and show you the different clips and let you make your own decisions. As far as modeling amps go, Kemper's probably my favorite. It's extremely diverse. I think it's a really good option for the home studio owner especially. And if you're in a live situation, it's a fantastic option, especially if you get the powered one. It's extremely versatile. It sounds really great. We were backstage at Shinedown there at this massive festival in Syracuse a couple of years ago, and all the bands were all playing Axe FXs and Kempers. You know why? Because they're not tubes and they're a lot harder to break. Very practical if you're doing live gigs.
You need to be the voice for the rock station on GTA. You'd be perfect for it. Just purely entertaining, haha.
I'm a huge fan of Laszlo on the GTA stuff, and you know what? I'd absolutely love to do something that we do the Spectre Sound Power Hour. All Judas Priest all the time. Fuck you!
Clearly, my fellow Tears for Fears fans are just like Fox News viewers. They can't stand when someone disagrees with them. I know you people want to rule the world, but if you're so sure that they're a good band, then be assured that someone dissing won't faze them. Just own your fanaticism and don't worry about what your peers say, you pansies.
You pansies. Good choice of words there. I would have picked something a little better, but whatever. That's a great point. Just because I can't stand Tears for Fears, don't take it as a personal insult. It's not. Everybody's got their own taste in music, and that's what makes music great. It's diversity. There's all kinds of different styles of music. And in the 80s and 90s anyway, all these bands used to sound different until they all started using the same drum samples. But just because you like Tears for Fears doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. I don't like Tears for Fears because that wasn't my thing back in the day. I'm not saying they were bad musicians. Anything but. They just wrote horrible songs.
I'm just waiting for someone to rework the lyrics of Bilbo Baggins to Dildo Baggins. Sounds like a job for Steel Panther.
Now that is an awesome band. Love Steel Panther. Had them on the show. You can check out my interview with Lexi and Satchel. Those guys are fucking amazing. Definitely worth taking a look at. Love Steel Panther to death. Yes, somebody should totally do Bilbo Baggins or Dildo Baggins or whatever you want to fucking do. Just make it awesome.
Hello, my name is Hamid from Iran, and I'm the political refugee in Germany now. I just want to say thanks for your interesting channel, and it's really hard for someone like me to see like you telling in your show that so many players don't practice and they don't use what they have, freedom and technology. I ran away from my home country just because of music, rock and metal. I was in jail because of it. They beat me up for playing underground concert. They break my friends' fingers, all of them, because our crime was to play metal, to fight with the dictatorship, to stand for what we personally believed. I didn't have a nice gear or ever studio or any hope for continuing practice or create or record. We couldn't play show. We couldn't sell our songs. It was hard to find a place for practice and other stuff. They even wanted me executed for playing evil music. I practiced to learn how to play the bass and how to be good, even, so I continued my way in absolute darkness alone. I learned everything myself, even singing. Never had the chance to go to masters. Now I'm here and I'll see all the people's opportunities, but they don't use it. So many things that I saw and heard in your YouTube channel are true. Just keep continuing, because so many people like us that doesn't have any opportunity to learn from guys like you in YouTube sound instruments with filtered internet and hard way. Love, respect, peace, hope.
Dude, that's extremely humbling. Thank you so much, and thank you for fighting the good fight. I'm so sorry you've had to struggle so hard to play your music. I'm so sorry that the fanatics that run your country feel so threatened by music that they want to kill you for it. I'm sorry your friend had his fingers broken. There's nothing I can say to make that better. I'm grateful that you found my videos to be useful. Thank you for trying so hard. You know what? Don't give up. Keep practicing. Keep playing. And I hope you have the most massive success ever. Thank you so much for writing. That was really inspiring stuff. You guys out there sitting in your bedrooms at home, just remember, not everybody's got it as easy as you. So take what you have and give it your best effort. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. If you like the content, please support the channel either at my SMG shop or through my Patreon. If you want to see more, hit one of the playlists. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.